You know, there's a lot of talk about e-books, the Kindle, iPad, reading books on iPad. Oh, Barnes and Noble, Nook, everybody was, is going to have a really cool slate type thing they're going to be able to read their books on. And you know what? None of it comes even close to this stuff. Nothing. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot take the hours that you can spend reading and rereading and rereading the actual physical objects in your hand and get the same enjoyment by doing it in black and white on a Kindle or as a pseudo text image on the iPad. You can't do it. Like, I love these books, and I used to be the worst pack rat for keeping books. Now, mind you, most of my really good ones are either now lost in amongst many moves or are the property of ex-wives. But, books to me, there's a couple really good posts that I read today, which I'll include with this at the end, that was talking about books and how the whole industry is changing. And I gotta tell you, okay, Windows 7, it's really cool to be able to have a manual, the real thing. And I just dropped a bunch on the floor. But you see, this type of thing, it's not a personal thing. So it's a book that's going to go, say, to a Boys and Girls Club, a library, because maybe they can't afford to have it. Because really, it doesn't do me much any good anymore. This beauty, I wouldn't give this up for nothing. Okay? It's not the greatest WordPress book around, but the appendices alone make it worth every cent I paid for it. I didn't get given this one. Most of these books here I didn't get given. I paid good hard money for these, and I don't regret a single penny. This was a review unit. Nicholas Carr's The Big Switch. Good book. But again, this will probably go in the middle pile of maybe I'll keep, maybe I'll get rid of. I don't know yet. So we'll see what happens. This one, it was a review copy. Not bad, but not in my interest. Boys and Girls Club. This I got back when I was still programming. It's about designing internet agents, spiders, that type of thing. Good book, but again, no longer any good to me. So, Boys and Girls Club, or library, possibly. Now, this book I've been wanting for a very long time, and when I managed to actually be able to afford to buy it, it was a high point. Now, this book, nobody, not even my best friend would I lend this to. Not a chance. No way, no how. So it stays. Singularity. It was a gift from one of the members of the forums. Wouldn't give it up for nothing because it was a gift. Okay? A good, honest gift that meant a lot to me. Still does, always will. It's staying. Alvin Toffler. No. I would give up my firstborn before I would lend this to anybody. Nope. No. It stays. Grammar Girl. Hey, I suck at grammar, so I gotta keep it around. And then we have the Tim Berners-Lee. Again, one of those instances where nobody gets lent this. Well, maybe one or two of my really close friends that might live next door. Any other than that, no. I could go on this, like all these here. are basically here. Let me just pan this down a little bit. All those here are from when I was programming. I don't have any use for them anymore. So chances are they're going to go to the Boys and Girls Club or the library, because I'm sure that there's somebody out there that would be able to use them. So there's no point in garbage or anything like that. But here's the thing. You can't do that with the Kindle. You can't do that with the Nook. You can't even share, with your very best friend who maybe would have gotten their hands on this, okay? Because then I can always know I can hunt them down and find it. And trust me, I would. Yes, ebook readers have their place. There's no denying it. Okay? To be able to curl up in bed at night, and without having to turn a light on and disturb my wife while we're sleeping and I can't sleep, so sure, a Kindle or something along those lines, perfect for casual reading. But, I found even with audiobooks, one of the biggest problems I have with them is that there's no more imagination. See, with the book, you open it up and you become involved. You imagine the characters. You imagine the plot. It takes a life of its own that really cannot be equaled by something like an audiobook. As good as they are, and as handy as they are to have, okay, they still aren't the same as being able to pick up the book written by Tim Berners-Lee and read it front cover to back. It's not the same thing as reading Ray Kurzweil front to back and being able to make notes in it, to be able to fold pages so you never have to lose place or struggle with ancient memories of what was the last page or last paragraph you wrote. The point is that, yeah, there's a place for ebooks, but to declare that things like ink on paper is stupid or has no more value is insulting to the decades, hundreds of years that people have been putting pen to paper and creating worlds for us to play in, creating ways for us to learn. Okay? Ebooks can't equal that, no matter what you do. End of subject. Have a good day.